Now that you came into my life, I feel complete.
I'm watching her mouth and watching her vowel shaping, and I'm quite liking it.
Sound check.
Well, hello there. Welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. I hope you are well. I sincerely do. I hope you are in good spirits. I hope you're in good voice, and I hope you've got your curiosity hat on today. Today we're looking and listening to a new voice here on the channel. We've never reviewed Sue. I want to get her last name right. Ramirez. Is that how I pronounce it? Ramirez? She's not new to the world. This video we're about to review, which is her singing the song Your Love, on the Wish Bus, if you do please, it has had 94 million views. 94 million. Those sorts of numbers just boggle the mind, don't they? This song originally was done by a Filipino rock band back in 1994, if my research serves me correctly, by a band called Alamid. Again, I'm hoping I'm getting these pronunciations correct. And there's some really interesting things to observe in Sue's performance of this piece. Let's dive right in and enjoy this like the 94 million people before us. Here we go.
Wish 1075.
You're the one who never lets me sleep. Turn my mind down to my soul, you touched my lips. You're the one that I can't wait to see. With you here by my side, I'm in ecstasy.
She's got such a young look. I feel like I'm watching a teenager. Like she's just got this really youthful, very young look to her, and yet she's now she's in her 20s. At this point, I think she was like 20, 21, and now she's I think 28 as of 2024. But and I think that works its way into you know what we're viewing. I want to identify there's going to be a number of things we're going to talk to. Remembering again, we are a learn to sing channel here at Voice Essentials. So if you are new to the channel, my approach to these vocal analyses is to identify characteristics of the voice, of the performance, so that we might, for our own development as singers, workshop some of the things that we're able to observe, both the good and the not so good. There's one thing I want to identify from the very get-go, and that is the placement of her mic. And you'll notice that she has this sense of bending over and towards. And because she's seated, it means that by moving forward, her center of gravity rises and her upper body will need to be doing quite a bit more stabilizing just for posture, just to sit there and remain upright, which creates a little bit more, this is minor level, but a little bit more tension through the shoulders and neck, which can be quite challenging for the voice. It could all be alleviated just by, I'm knocking my mic, just by bringing the mic forward, which would allow her to sit just a little bit back and to not feel like she's got to go to the mic. Always remember, for those of you who are singers, always bring the mic to you. Don't you go to the mic. And that way you'll help your alignment. I also want to just take it back and have a listen to the entrance, and this might become a bit of a theme of today's video. She doesn't quite nail the first note, like the voice, and actually what it suggests to me is that this has not been tuned in post. A lot of the wish bus stuff, I'm pretty confident in recent years gets tuned in post. I don't think this has been. I think that we're getting an untuned vocal throughout, which I love. I love the authenticity of that, the realness of that. And have a listen to it. I think we hear that in the first note.
1075.
You're the one who never lets me sleep.
Doesn't quite get down there.
Turn my mind down to my soul. You
See her coming across to the mic?
You're the one that I
She got that
can't
one.
wait to see. With you here by my side, I'm in ecstasy. I'm all alone without you. My days are dark without a glimpse of you. Now that you came into my life, I feel complete.
I'm watching her mouth and watching her vowel shaping, and I'm quite liking it. And we saw that on the please. She had a bit more of an east to west mouth position, which gave her a nice clean E. And before there was an earlier, and continue to watch it as we go along. The shape of some of the oohs were quite good. Speaking to the pitch, one of the, I think throughout we'll continue to hear the pitch just on occasion. So we're not suggesting she can't sing in tune. So before you become keyboard warriors, I'm not suggesting she's singing out of tune, but there is some pitch accuracy things that we hear just every now and then. We just hear her just ever so slightly flat. These things, more often than not, and for example, in the wish bus stuff more recently, we'd often hear, you don't hear those pitch issues. They're being cleaned up in post, which both are fine. It's just that here where she hasn't had that applied, and so we do hear those human inaccuracies as we go along.
Flowers bloom, the morning shines, and I can see. Your love is like the sun that lights up my whole world. I feel the warmth inside. Your love is like a river and that flows down through my veins. I feel the chill inside.
She looks so young. Such a young look.
Every time I hear our music play, reminds me of the things that we've been through.
There's that mouth shape again.
In my mind, I can't believe it's true.
Yeah, so you can hear that that ooh is just tonally just under, and it's so, you know, a lot of people who most people I think wouldn't hear some of this inaccuracy, which is cool. But we, without, you know, hopefully you as a refined listener, hopefully you're hearing that with me. Have a listen to that. Just that ooh just sits a little bit under.
In my mind, I can't believe it's true.
Just under.
But in my heart, the reality is you. I am all alone without you. she came into my life, I feel complete.
Can we also recognize this is actually quite a difficult little melody to sing, particularly for the female voice, where the voice is having to, the melody constantly moves back and forth across the registrational transition. And so you can hear she's constantly, that's really difficult. That's not easy to maintain the level of accuracy that she's nailing here. And that is to her credit. And you can hear, and even the way she's balancing that registration so that we're not constantly getting, and it's not, big body at the bottom and light at the top. She's really feathering it through so that it almost masks the fact that it's as challenging as it actually is.
Flowers bloom, the morning shines, and I can see your love is like the sun that lights up my whole world. I feel the warmth inside. Your love is like a river that flows down through my veins. I feel the chill inside. Your love, your love, your love, your love. Your love is like a river that flows down through my veins. I feel the chill inside.
Wishclusive on Wish.
And have a listen to that just at the end, not to point out the pitch inaccuracy, but it is inaccuracy, but I want to point out the breath. So the breath flow at the end there, as she gets to the very end, have a listen to the way the note just dips. As the air discontinues, we get this dip in pitch right at the end of that extended line, right towards the end.
Your love is like a river that flows down through my veins. I feel the chill inside.
Wishclusive on Wish 1075.
Lovely smile. Lovely smile. It's interesting too. She tracks the same way that I do, but just the opposite. I always, whenever I'm tracking in studio, I'll typically have, unlike when I'm doing these recordings, I have both cans on both ears. When I'm tracking vocal, I'll have the right ear off. And so I'm getting the track and my voice through here, but I'm also getting the acoustic sound. Everyone does that differently, but I was just interested to see that she tracks in a similar way to myself. Lovely. I know I keep mentioning how young she looks, but it's literally like I'm watching a kid do that, but she's not. She's very much a young adult. I hope you've enjoyed that, like the 94 million people before us. And I take it that Sue is quite a well-known personality and celebrity in the Philippines, along with, the Philippines. You're not short of talented people, that's for certain. If you've enjoyed today's vocal analysis, and if you think this is something that you might like to regularly view, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the white bell icon just so that you get those notifications. We do these analyses at least once a week, often twice. Well, actually, it's often once, sometimes twice a week, and I very much look forward to seeing you in the next one. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.